the iconic doll that is taking over the internet and the big screen. So Barbie is shattering records all over the place.
Mhm.
After 4 weeks in theaters, Barbie not only captured our hearts and made us fall in love with the whole brand again, but did $537.5 million domestically. And that's obviously a huge number, but it's also notable because up until now, Batman, The Dark Knight, had been the
Wow.
biggest domestic release
Yeah.
for Warner Brothers. So now Barbie is taking that number one place by $1 million. Batman was at 536 million. But in any case, that's domestic. So then let's talk, internationally, the
And
global
that was
box
after
office.
15 years too. Like, they had that
Right.
record for 15 years
That's a
before
good point.
it got, beat by Barbie.
Internationally, globally, we're at $1.2 billion made
Mm,
in, so that's the second highest grossing release, and I think that's just behind Harry Potter. Yeah, so
yeah.
part two, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows.
This is just absolutely insane, and I gotta confess, when I saw that the Barbie movie was being made, I didn't think 4 people were gonna see it, let alone, beating Batman, The Dark Knight now. Um, so that totally blew my mind, like, I wish I would have put money on betting on Barbie. That just goes to show the marketing. I mean, it was a good movie, but I mean, the marketing power also, and just the brand awareness and the power of Mattel and what it can do. In Arizona, we're even getting like a Mattel themed theme park. So there's going to be like Barbie properties. There's going to be like Hot Wheels. I think like Masters of the Universe. So it's just pretty crazy.
Yeah, well, and there's other, superstars that are coming out of this. So we have Greta Gerwig, the director, co-writer of Barbie. So obviously she's making huge waves now just with the success
Yeah.
and becoming the highest grossing female director in
Wow.
domestic box office history. I love that, of course. And then Margot Robbie being the driving force behind Barbie. Let's just talk about this for a second because you and I were discussing how, her and some of her co-stars have not signed
Yeah.
on for sequels, which
For
is a
like a
big
Barbie type.
deal.
Yeah.
Like studios want to get you, tied up right away. Let's make sure we're doing the sequels and they have not signed anything yet.
Well, I mean, they obviously had an incredible team to put together this first one because, it's all just raving reviews for the movie. And Margot Robbie has just been a box office force in herself. You know what I mean? Just driving force, but even just with her, production company doing this, I'm just blown away by the success of it. To be honest with you, like it just has me dizzy, honestly, for how like crazy that it is.
Well, and obviously the marketing behind this, and we were talking about this in the weeks leading up to the release, it just became viral everywhere. Everyone was doing a Barbie type of trend. And so, from the marketing standpoint, the team that was behind what started a lot of this, and then it caught wind, and then everyone's just freely promoting Barbie by just doing Barbie, bits on their social media. So it's when you
The
see something
studio's
like that.
clamoring. The studio is, like, begging them for a part 2, but, I mean, because it was so good, I see a lot of people that are saying, "Just leave it alone as a standalone. It doesn't need to have, a part 2 to it," but, the studio wants it. They saw how much money is coming in. So now all the power is, is with Ken and Barbie. Let's go. Their attorneys are just like, "Oh, yeah, let's negotiate
Anyway, so Barbie will be arriving on streaming on September 5th, and
quick."
we
You know
and there will be seeing a second surge of sales at that
Well,
time.
and that's notable too because it's only 7 weeks after the movie was released that they are gonna bring it to streaming, which is huge because, usually I think it was like, like 3 months, like 90 days, but then I think like ever since, COVID happened and, things, the movie theaters, they weren't really happening. Studios started upping that, and so just the demand, like, it's gonna be great. The numbers are gonna go up on streaming, like, because they're gonna sell it for like $20 on Amazon
Right.
first before like anything else, just because you're gonna about to buy it before they make the rental option for $5 available. People are gonna have Barbie parties. It's gonna be nuts.
All right, so we'll be back with Barbie parties and pink suits right after this.